The situationship. A modern idea for something that is very old. The situationship, I think, has reached its peak among Gen Z, and if you're watching this, you have heard of it, or perhaps you're in one, or you've experienced it. I know I have experienced it as well. Let me say, I'm not one of these, people who wants, get married and then have kids and get a house. I don't believe in that. But I can recognize that the situationship is an avoidance. The title, the name, or rather, it is ultimately a lack. It is a lack of name, a lack of stated boundaries, stated intentions. The situationship is an idea. It's a magical idea, in fact, that simply by not naming something, we look to the Romans, absit nomen, absit omen. Don't speak it and it won't happen. But it is proven again and again that that is not true because we have discovered the unconscious mind. The situationship, in its attempt to avoid the legitimacy and fear and pressure of a relationship or boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, in fact, heightens it to such a terrible extent because without those given boundaries, all the emotions flow into the situationship. It becomes a deeply unequal, a deeply projected upon relationship. When you state boundaries, when you state we are boyfriend and girlfriend, there are expectations, there are boundaries that are set and operated within. And so if a boundary is broken, it can be recognized by both parties that something was done. Within a situationship, these boundaries simply don't exist. So, one partner, fucks somebody else, and they say, well, we're not dating. It's fine. Like, what do you mean? And of course, it's always unequal. There's always one partner who invests more. And I think, maybe I'm naive, but I do think that they both tend to be emotionally invested in this thing. They are just too, I'll say, immature to recognize the danger of the situation, and that by simply not naming it a relationship, it does not avoid the pain and the struggle that a relationship brings. It in fact opens them to greater wounds. In my own experiences, I know that I have been cold to a degree. I've been able to leave without, without the breakup, but there is still heartbreak. There's still the pain. It's not avoided. And both parties are generally left wondering, what happened? What was that? And in some ways, that is very beautiful. It's beautiful to have these relations that go beyond these names. But at the same time, I think the intention is generally to avoid pain. And in that way, it fails. The situationship is a modern social romantic meme. But I do think it tells us a lot about Gen Z and the cowardice of Gen Z, the weakness of the Gen Z heart. Raised on movies, raised in economic depression, a generation of divorce, a generation of divorced parents, of absent parents, and they're terrified of the profound depths of love and the profound depths of romance. So this meme gives us a little bit of insight into this, into these fears, into this nature. I am currently on the road to Las Vegas on my way back to New York City from Los Angeles, California. I'm very happy to talk to you all, and as always, remember, memes matter. Also, open your heart, feel love, give it a name if you feel so inclined. Don't be afraid. Tell it to your heart. Memes matter.